talk about the name of my channel. The name of my channel is, obviously, as you can see, Stranger in Books. Now, if you've seen one of my videos before, or just, by the books behind me, you can see that I'm not really a stranger to books and that I love reading. So why Stranger in Books? Now, Stranger in Books does not mean stranger in books. Stranger in Books is this kind of name or title me and my friends gave to this kind of idea. And basically we were talking about the quote of C.S. Lewis about how a reader lives 1,000 lives and those who read none only live once, or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote. And then another one of my friends talked about the quote how a book contains an entire world, or how a world is contained in one book. Again, I don't remember the exact quote. And I remember how we got talking about how two people who know how to read and have no knowledge about a certain book, they will come as the stranger to the book. And the beautiful thing about it is that they'll be in an entirely equal situation going into the book. They can each take something different, and they can each think different things about the book. But going into the book, they're going in as strangers to this world that's been built by the author. And they're in the exact same equal position going into the book. For example, Percy Jackson. All of us, when coming to read Percy Jackson, first of all, we were strangers to the Percy Jackson world. We probably didn't know anything about the fandom, anything about Percy. Some of us might have had previous knowledge about Greek gods, but that's about it. We didn't know Rick Riordan yet. We didn't know Percy Jackson yet. And so we were going in as kind of strangers to the Percy Jackson world, as well as we were all going in at the same equal situation that none of us know Percy beforehand, or the Percy world beforehand, which is something that I really liked. And we kind of named the idea Stranger in Books, because we all come as strangers to the books, and we discover this entire world in the book itself. And that was around 2 months before I actually opened up my channel. Obviously, all of you guys already opened up a YouTube channel, that you really have to think about the name that will represent you, both in the YouTube community, in Twitter, on social media. You really have to decide on a name, and you have to stick with that name. I mean, I'm sure that most of us, we don't want to change our name later on. So we really have to decide on a name that represents you, will keep on representing you, that you love, and that you're confident with. And as I was thinking about a name, I felt like most of the names that had to do, with books and animal, fandom names, books and bookworm, book lover, so forth, and books and something, they were all the good names that I really liked already existed for already existing channels. I didn't want to have a name that's similar to an already existing channel, because I felt that it would be kind of like I'm copying that channel. And so I wanted something that's very unique and very different, that will fit me and have its own kind of story behind it. And then the Stranger in Books idea kind of popped up in my head, and I really liked it. And so I decided to call my channel Stranger in Books, not because I'm a stranger in books, I don't read, but because of that idea about how each book is a world to be discovered, and we're the stranger to that book, as well as we all come in equal position to reading a certain book, as long as we're not spoiled, we haven't read it before, and so forth, which are two things that I really, really liked. I do realize that there are people out there who do not click on my videos, or they do not go and click on my channel and see what's about, solely because of the name. Am I going to change my name because of that? No. I feel like the channel, the YouTube channel, Twitter, everything that has to do with you on BookTube has to come from a place that you're passionate about books. Not from a place that, oh, I want to get famous, or not from a place that I want people to notice me, but because you generally like books, like talking about books, and you want to share your opinions and your thoughts, and you enjoy to make the videos. Because I believe if you'll open up a YouTube channel for reasons of getting famous, getting attention, after a month or two, we all live in some fantasy that, the first video, everyone's going to notice us, it's going to be all whippity-woo, but obviously it's not, and it's hard work, and you have to think about ideas, you have to outline certain videos, you have to film them, you have to edit them, you have to upload them. It all takes time, it all takes effort and work, and so you really have to be passionate about what you're doing. And so I didn't want a channel name, and I'm not going to change it that will, you know, please someone else, or, you know, fit for someone else and they'll be able to understand it. I want a channel name that's really for myself and what I want to represent me, and that's the idea that I really liked, how each book is a world to be discovered and how we're all the strangers to that world, and we're coming from the outside. We get to this perspective that the author wrote for us, and we get to discover this world that's been in his head or in her head through the way that they want us to discover it, as well as how we're all going as equals to that. Also, I want my channel to be a place of equality for book lovers and book reviewers. Nobody in my eyes is dumb for the way that they criticize other books, or they're wrong in the way that they criticize other books or the review or whatever. And that's another thing that came into the Stranger in Books kind of aspect and idea that came up with talking with my friends. Now, I did want you guys who are subscribed to me to know what stands behind Stranger in Books, and so I would really like to hear your stories behind your channel name, as well as what do you think about the whole Stranger in Books idea. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.